been a bit since we played Starforce 2. Reason for that is I've just been doing a lot of projects all at once. And that, and also just been busy. Been so busy at fucking work. Oh? Bud's giving up a lot for this. Same place and same altitude. That sounds like harp. To be honest, she's wearing pink and she's floating in the sky. Who else do we know can do that? There's a mess village, so back to the Skywave. The good thing is now with the Skywave is we have a shortcut that will take us all the way back to Was Up without needing to go through Mess Village. So we do have a jumping on point. Oh, what the fuck? It's because that virus. What the fuck? Oh, that's not a bad sign. I hope. Please tell me my computer's not breaking. Now I need money. Right now, pretty much I think for the rest of the game, unless we see viruses with cards that are upgrades to my current cards, I'm going to be using the Zenny Finder for everything. Just because, what am I trying to like? Oh yeah, the reason why is just so I have a little bit more breathing room. Especially because we're getting close to the end game, and there are sometimes really expensive cards. So having a war chest would be very helpful. Still one of my favorite Mega cards right there.
Double Tribe! Saurian!
Yeah, if I remember correctly, you can't get that key normally until after everything with Sonya. It's the only way your Link power is high enough. But it's not so much of a problem anymore now that we have access to the Real Brothers system in a much more reliable way compared to Starforce 2 proper. You know, back on the original release.
Double Tribe! Saurian!
That's actually pretty nasty. Meanwhile, with the villains. Gee, I wonder who he's talking about. Yeah, so you can't tell. Yep. This is Kung Fu Kid. Yeah, so I will say this, in terms of like the actual plot of Starforce 2, the only thing I'm not really too happy about it is just how long it takes for Geo to realize that this is an organized group. I'm also just like not a super big fan of the villains of this game, with the exception of Hyde. Hyde is probably like the standout villain of this game. Starforce 2, Starforce 1 and 3, I think, are definitely the best of the titles.
Double Tribe! Ninja!
Though the tribe system is leagues better than the Starforce system.
Elemental! Wait!
Just because of the fact, consistency. The fact that you can consistently get the tribe form as opposed to the luck-based Starforce form, because of the fact that you can start with the tribe form, is very nice. Though Starforce 2 is definitely guilty of something I criticize Megaman Battle Network of very heavily, which is backtracking. This is probably I think this might be some of the worst in it, just because of the fact that you have to go back in through like, entire dungeons. The thing is about Starforce 3 is there is some backtracking, but it's mostly through areas, and movement in that game is a lot more forgiving, especially movement between the EM world and the physical. That's just because of the way that game handles EM way changes.
Double Tribe! Ninja!
Yeah, I call both. There's our rematch with Police here, sir. Right.
Double Tribe! Ninja!
I can believe I always forget that Ophiuka cannot go through rocks. I just realized something. I'm stupid. This is a chance to get the Policio Surf card.
Megaman Starforce 2, Zerger Sorting. Double Tribe! Ninja!
This might end up destroying my own
Elemental!
Giga card, but you know what? That damage. They much better draws. Actually, I don't think. Okay, good. The rock's out of the way. Oh, there it is.
Thunderbolt! Blade!
Ooh, that actually might not be a bad ability. Let's see. Good. And I already have Undershirt. Yep. First Barrier is always a pretty good ability. There's something I want to grab here anyway. I think it's this area. It's somewhere in this region. The code he just said is another cipher code. Is it here or is it? Where is it? Just give me a second. I'm just double checking where all this is. Oh, wait, no, is it? I think it's actually underwater. Shit. I gotta double check this. This is just me backtracking just to double check something. Because I might have missed something down here. Okay, it's available now. So when I first came down here, this was not available because of everything going on with the story. But now that everything's done there, we've got, well, you can see there, some mystery data.
Double drive! Ninja! Elemental Blade!
September XX. Let me get comfortable. Let's read this one together. September. My son Patch nagged me into finally getting him a PET. His man Grizzly was a little older, but my wife Meilu said he was ready for it, so I bought him one. He named the NetNavi he installed Megaman Jr. Its programming is taken from the best parts of my Navi Megaman and Meilu's Navi Roll. Patch was ecstatic. He's determined to be the greatest net battler in the world. I wonder what he'll grow up to be. That's the greatest thing I have to look forward to as a father. So, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, these are all messages from LAN. And this is my favorite thing with the Starforce Battle Network connection. I wasn't too fond of the one in Starforce 1 because it was just like kind of, hey, that's cool. But here it's a whole quest line and it's just a bunch of messages from LAN. Not only is it a bunch of messages from LAN, it's also a nice little a nice little check-in with the Battle Network cast. The Bermuda Maze. The only thing about the backtracking here is, at the very least, you can go in one direction. Like, it's not having you go back to Echo Ridge and then go to Wazop. It's just like, no, you know where to go. Go. And this works out for me because of the fact that we're gonna stop by Wazop really quick because I do have something I need to pick up there. Did I change my mech weapon back? I did not. This is the shortcut back, isn't it? Yep. That shortcut is going to be very useful when I start the EM, or the car grind. Ammonite. I know I did forget to turn on the encounters. I will turn them back on once we get to the Bermuda Maze. Another blank card.
Double Drive Ninja!
That we've got our final piece of mystery data. January, March, July, September, and November. At the Scilab meeting, I put forth my link hypothesis that I've been pondering for some time now. Megaman and I used to fight together, risking our lives. Each time, there was this almost miraculous... Sorry, my dogs. Almost miraculous power between us that helped pull us through. I started thinking about that power. And that's what started me on my hypothesis. I believe that despite their invisibility, bonds contain an incredible power. I think that by researching this hypothesis, the results will somehow benefit the world. Maybe not in my lifetime. I like to think that future generations will be able to use it as a springboard to create a brighter future for all. So this implies Lan was the one who created link power. And for finding all of those mystery datas, the future from Lan Hikari. And with that, we obtained the Battle Network Blaster. Like I said, though, I do think the Starforce 2 Battle Network side quest is leagues better than the Starforce 1. Because like I said, Starforce 1 was you go into the random doghouse, you find the portal, you beat a jammer, and you get mystery data. It's kind of a nothing burger. This, on the other hand, it's a whole quest chain. We get to check in with the characters. We know Chod's still an asshole. Ooh! Ooh, that's something incredibly rare. I just noticed that. No. This is a gold mystery wave. They will always contain something really good. Either some really powerful cards, or they can contain mega cards. I found one in Starforce 3 that contained a Physio Surf card. They are a rare spawn, so if you see one, grab it. Let's see over here. EM Maze. There's Sonya. Mega caught on. She cut the brother band. Also, Gio spends a lot of this game getting his ass kicked. This is true. Every time he's made a plan, we have won. Well, at this point, it's also like, how the fuck do you explain what the fuck she just did? Yeah. So, as it said, we've had our link power cut because Sonya cut the brother band. So the max link power is only 330 now. That begs the question, why would she cut the brother bond? Her brother band. I'm gonna bring this up just because it's one of the few times I actually get to see the starry sky. I really like that image they use. Should rescue them. So here you go again against the Muse soldiers, but now they come in different colors. I believe they deal elemental damage.
Thunderbolt!
Well, either way, compared to the last time we fought them, we are a lot stronger.
Double tribe! Sorian!
Yeah, again, sorry for the fact that I haven't been streaming a lot of Mega Man stuff recently. It's mostly just because, I said, I've been busy at work, but also I've been doing a lot of work in Final Fantasy 14. Because I've been working on my relic weapon. And I finally caught up with that. Queen Ophiuca, not only for the damage, but also to poison the field. Huh. That's, interesting. Now we finally have a name for the leader for the organization. Yeah, based on Hollow's words, though, we can kind of get an idea of what's going on. And he now has the power of the EM wave barrier. Essentially, he has an AT field. Yeah, it's not just a cutscene piece. He does have an EM barrier. And I don't... Yeah, there's no way to hurt him during this encounter. There is a way around the barrier, but we just don't have access to it yet. So just hit him as many times as you can, use whatever cards you want. It's not going to deal any damage.
Double Tribe! Saurian!
There we go. After enough turns have passed. Yeah, why? They're not threatening... No, you're just fucking dead. They're not threatening her. No. He made a promise. Yeah, Mega's trying to goad an answer out. Yeah, if you haven't caught on, it's kind of obvious as to what the fuck is going on with Sonya. Yeah, they're not threatening her, they're threatening Geo. Geo's just a bit, I'll be honest, he's a bit dense. He hasn't realized it yet. And now he's fucking coming up with fucking delusions about her, like, it's Miss Strum now. Like, what the fuck, man? At this point, this is just Geo just doesn't know how to actually deal with this. I mean, granted, if this was Starforce 1 Geo, he'd just go into depression, cut all the brother bands, and just lock himself up in his room. This one's going actually much smoother than last time. I think my Capsum collection, the only ones I'm missing, I think are Stream, Transform, Wing, Wonder, Gravity, and Barrier. I might just, like, even out that collection. I'm only missing a few more. She's joined an evil organization. Yeah, no, Luna's right. Yes. I don't even think it's just that for Luna. It's also like someone... She's in her own competition for Geo. So actually, fun fact about the Area Eater card, that would actually become a standard card in Star Force 3. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Star Force 3 is my favorite combat system in the entire Star Force franchise. And I actually have seen some of the cut content. I will talk about that more when we... Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, that's to keep you in Echo Ridge, I think, during the last scenario. But, so I was saying, oh yeah, Star Force combat. I would be very curious what would happen if we did get, Star Force 4, if it would develop off of the systems introduced in Star Force 3. Just because Megaman, Battle Network, and Star Force both had a habit of introducing some really interesting ideas and then disposing of them. Though, they usually got like one or two games out of said ideas. So, for example, the Tribes are a step further off of the Star Force cards. Battle Network had the style change for 2 games, and then Double Soul for 2 games, inevitably ending with Cross. I would really like to see if they would do something similar to the noise forms. Here's our rematch with Harp Note. So Harp Note pretty much fights exactly like she did back in Starforce 1. I don't think she has any new tricks. Watch me forgetting a new attack of hers. Actually, you know what? There is one. I believe there's an upgrade to that attack where she, strums her guitar and sends up the heart pulse. I believe the purple one, I think, deals a status effect. Yeah, I think all the different colors are status effects. I just don't know. Or elemental damage. I don't remember.
Double tribe! Ninja!
Yeah, so she's got a new gimmick, but I don't think any new attacks. I'm actually going to reload because I didn't realize that she had a drop. And this is going to be, in particular, like, the earliest you could get a Harp Note card. Also, getting this card here will make my life a whole lot easier when I start collecting all the Mega cards. Yeah, that's where we last saw everyone. There we go. We're reforming the brother band. And it has been powered up. So yeah, it's basically a forest maze from Mario RPG. Just follow the ghost. As you go, there will be like various screen effects that try to make it harder. Go up. To the left. Up. I went into a dead end. Yeah. It said go up and left. I figured I was getting hit by that.
Double tribe.
But correct, I think with a lot of the what's it called? What am I drawing on blank here? With a lot of the counters, they would move to after the first shot instead of before. Buster Max is so fucking good. I just read something. I never turned on the encounters again. That's on me. Did it shot? See, now there are 4 stars up there. So yeah, if you look above, the blue star is flashing, and they all say this is the true path. The answer is blue, because it's the one flashing. This time green. Go up and to the left. This one is saying up and to the left. Now they're all yellow. You're the only one saying something different. Wait, what? I do hate the Bermuda Maze. They all just contain those with patience. What the fuck? Give me a second. Oh, fuck. I just looked up. I'm like trying to look for a map. I look up and I just see that there's only one left. Okay, I think I'm just back where I started. Fuck. Yes. Yeah, give him that Puff Blast 1 card just so you have an easier time getting to and from. Yellow is a liar. Green is a liar. So if green and yellow are liars... So you're going to go in the opposite direction red is facing. So up here. Green and yellow are the stars out. Blue is honest. Don't go up into the left. Red is a liar. And this one says don't go down left. So go down left. Up. So it's one of the up paths. So it's well, process of elimination. It's gonna be up left. Since I came from up right. So it's probably gonna be this one. Huh. Dream of green, and I want to fly out of this maze into the blue sky of freedom, up and to the right. believe it just followed where Sonia's looking. Yep. So that whole Bermuda Maze area was a dungeon. So they just used her to get to Megaman. So, Hollow, you may notice that there's some weird panels on the ground. If I remember correctly, you cannot stand on those panels. So if you're a sword card user, this is going to be a rough fight. He's also... That or I think he's just a summoner. I cannot remember. Either way, let's get rid of those panels.
Double Tribe!
Ninja. Okay, so I'm wrong. Oh, fuck. Well, I've got this. I've got poison fields all over. He can't summon his allies anymore. And I had Buster Max. There was nothing Hollow could do. Yeah, this is the problem. We still don't have a way to hurt him. This is just to give you a chance to save and edit your deck before going in for round 2. Dude, you're fucking cheating! You have a barrier that protects you from nearly everything. Dude, maybe it's because of the fact that you have such a friendly demeanor. Look, it's so fucked up that they did that, but like, I mean, you don't exactly have like the sunniest. I don't know if you always had like such a sunny disposition on life. Like, why? I don't think it's ever explained why they attacked him. This time, we can actually hurt him. See, it's the same fight as last time, but this time you are able to deal damage. So the way that the EM barrier works is he's basically able to nullify one shot as long as it's not a counter hit. And when he's at the halfway mark, he'll create a sword. Actually, you could use this sword in Megaman X Dive.
Double try! Sorian!
Hey, go buy the X Dive offline. I'm kidding. But really, Capcom, make us an X Dive offline sequel. Yeah, he's got new attacks now that he's using the sword. Chomp. Fuck. This should end it.
Vanishing laser.
There goes your AT field. I mean, your EM barrier. He basically just cool story bro Geo and then passed the fuck out. And there goes Geo. So we were just played. All this is for the rebirth of Mew. The Neo Mew Empire, really? Holy fuck. It is interesting, though, how much of this story revolves around Geo and Luna, though. Like, Luna, not even just Geo, like, Luna being a reoccurring character outside of just annoying Geo. I mean, granted, she's present during, like, a lot of Starforce 1. I think outside of maybe Geo and Megasis, I think Luna does have, like, the most lines in the game. It's sat in long enough. Might have to stick around permanently, but it definitely is going to help us. To explain, though, yes, we no longer have the out-of-place artifacts, but you still have access to the Tribon. Narratively, the way I saw it is, as I said, it's sat inside a Megasis for so long that it's just kind of, the powers permeated through him. But there isn't really much of an explanation as to why. He's just like, I just think it'll be okay. So in the anime version, this actually required 3 out-of-place artifacts. 1 from each tribe. I hope you made sure to open up those shortcuts, because we gotta go back to where he fought Hollow. Of course he drops us in a fucking virus house. So this is actually a problem for me, because 2 of these viruses are wood elemental. And that's why it's a problem. Wait, what? Oh, that actually gave me an HP bug. Fuck.
Drive on! Zerker!
How many viruses are there? Just in case I didn't get lucky with the timing. I just saw it up here. And it dropped us back all the way back in Whispering Hills. I mean, Whispering Hills. Why am I thinking of the Fallout? I keep calling it that because I keep thinking of the Fallout 4 Silent Hill mod. But yeah, it's Wilshire Hills. But bought them all the time they needed. Welcome to the final act. The floating continent of Mew. Some One Piece shit. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to keep that promise. As I've said before, like, Miss Sakari kind of knew what she was getting with Lan and Mega Man constantly running into trouble. But because Geo keeps the Mega Man thing a secret, I do feel really bad for Hope. And it really does come to be a problem in the next game. This is why he's Mega Man's rival character. Listen, narratively he serves the same role as Proto Man or Chad, but as being Mega Man's rival. But fundamentally, he's base. That was interesting. Limu. What about the ones from space? Yeah, so you can see not just the soldiers, but also there's the Yetis, more Phantoms, Condors, and Plesiosaur. Every single boss we have fought. Here it is. Yeah, I kind of agree with Megasis. That is a lot of EM beings. The Abominable Snowman, the Loch Ness Monster, and the Wazop lines. You know, in these forms, we could easily take them down. If they were weight changed, we have to fight. Huh? What do you mean? Link power 0. Ah, great, even more. Should you really be out of the hospital? So actually, never mind. It might be actually better for her to be here. Ninja, Zerker, and Saurian. The 3 lost tribes and the precursor to ruin for all of them. Their tribal links and bonds were weakened. We're seeing it in real time. Vega has one and only one brother, Hollow. But we just saw Hollow after his suit was broken by Solo. That didn't look human. Well, it looked human, but it didn't... The sprite had the same glow as something else we've seen. That we got access to the Avalanche card, which I do find it interesting. This is the only time I think a Giga card has actual lore behind it. This, the Giga card you receive will be developed based off the data of the various bosses. If we pull up the blank card, so I can show really quick. Yeah. So if we go into here, you can see, I believe you get either Avalanche, Flying Impact, or, I think the last one is Phantom Slash. Or it's Torrent Wave, I'm not sure. Either way, the Giga card you get will be based off of the UMAs in your game. I like to say it's the way Plesio, Avalanche. I mean, it's either gonna be the Yeti, Plesio, or Condor.
Tribe, Saurian!
Ugh. I think we'll just power through and finish the main story today, so this way, the next time we stream Starforce 2, it'll just be card collection. Let me see, actually, what's my library look? We're 100. Oh my god, we're 100 cards short. Fuck. That's way worse than Starforce 1. In Starforce 1, by this point, I was only, I like to say, 50 cards short. And that's only the standard deck. I actually gotta leave the card finder just because, well, no, I'm gonna switch to the Zenith finder. I'll switch to the card finder later. Up? Okay. Oh, okay. Give me a second. So yeah, to get to Mew, you have to go through a specific combination. So it's up, right, down, left, or up, down here, and straight. Or not. Fuck, I fucked up somewhere. Okay, I made it. Fuck off at that price. Did I hear an EM god? That's actually a pretty good warning. If you pulse out, you'll go back to Echo Ridge. Dude, I don't think she's gonna form a brother band with yet. My god. He's a simp. Pretty much the same fight as before, he's just got some new tricks. And he's fast. Well, not even some new tricks, he's faster. That's the main thing. But you know what? We've gotten stronger too. Oh, yeah, because he's floating. Poison pounds do nothing. Shit. That actually hurts me because now I get hurt if I go for sword strikes.
Double tribe! Saurian!
Good old super armor. Ah, shit. Yeah, Solo doesn't like being betrayed. maybe do it solo on this one. Fuck off. I would say business associate. Welcome to the final dungeon of Megaman Starforce 2. Mew. Moo. I never really actually... I don't have to actually say this place's name. Okay, I'm gonna actually switch over to the card finder here because there's gonna be a couple new viruses. There's actually a couple of useful cards that I won from here, so I will not complain. Mummy Hand being one of those cards that I won.
Double Tribe! Ninja!
So I'm gonna be, if I remember correctly, I think it's all new viruses here and powered up versions of viruses we've already fought. the fucking Sigma symbol. If I remember correctly, this is even harder in the original, because I think in the original you had to draw it and you were timed. I remember it being timed. I could be wrong. If I remember correctly, it does follow, like, Pac-Man rules. The red ones will hightail it for Mega Man. The yellow ones follow a set path. I mean, whatever. I'd rather have gotten the Scythe user, but... I mean, the Scythe virus, but getting the, Berserk one is also good.
Double Tribe Ninja!
Oh, excuse me. I think that's more of a PvP thing, because I think that just means you won't be able to guard all those panels. That is a lot of guards. Okay, so you are still timed. But it's way easier to put those in.
Double Tribe Ninja.
Yeah, Buster Max on Ninja is fucking terrifying. Okay, the order I believe goes like this. I don't... Yeah, the order is, like, determined on the story on each of the tablets. And, of course, after each one, you've got a match. Using the Mirian as a host body to become Avalanche Yeti. Yeah, so you will not be rematching like Ophiucha, Taurus Flame, or any of them. You only will be rematching the ancient EM beings. I'll refer to them as. This match is even easier for me because I now have electric-based powers. Yeah, this game has 2 water bosses, which... Yeah, having 2 aqua elemental bosses in a game where you have a thunder element is so terrifying. Or at least for you. Meanwhile... Yeah, even if you know the answers, you still have to find them. It had to be done to take Ninja in this situation.
Double dive! Saurian!
Use your own invincibility to kill your allies. They really don't want me going back from here. Oh, there's an old friend. Yep, the black hole virus is back. Same rules as before, except it's even worse. Because this time, it can only be hurt by sword. It floats. So, no using poison. We'll definitely be coming back here because I know I'm not gonna get all the cards this run. Just because that's definitely been like a thing this entire playthrough. I've not been nearly as lucky with the cards in this run as I was in Starforce 1. It looks like Mew actually bound the EM beings to obey them.
Double Tribe!
That's some
Ninja!
interesting lore implications as to what the fuck's going on in space.
Double Tribe! Saurian!
There. Yeah, I will say, I do like, the whole, like, ancient civilization thing going on with Starforce 2 and, like, the UMAs. That's also because I'm a sucker for the UMAs. Another ancient star carrier. There's a lot of them. So they call it the Yeti. Now it's messy. Two water bosses in a row. Yeah, this is just not their day. I could double try, but that'd be incredibly stupid, the fact that I would gain the fire element. If it was the Ninja Brother, then yeah, it'd be fine. But, I mean, because then I lose electric, which sucks, but I'd gain, I wouldn't be weak to water. That just leaves one more, and that's gonna be Terra Condor. Yeah, they all are. These are just basically glorified weapons. They're not like the EM bodies, the EM beings we saw back in Starforce 1. I needed a high HP recovery card. Sounds like the people in me were more violent. How does the mummy hand card work? Okay, they had to be around Megaman, okay. I hate the black hole virus so goddamn much. It is by far my least favorite virus in this entire game. It's not as bad as the one in Battle Network, because that one was even worse, because of the fact it would just hide in back row. And if you didn't have area seal, you had no way of getting to it.
Double Tribe! Ninja!
I do kind of hope that I'll be able to use Tribe King during the final battle, but it all depends on what cards I get. Also, it's weird. Ninja, I think, is the only one that doesn't actually get elemental damage. This should be the last one, and then it's just boss. This is the final boss of the boss rush, if I remember correctly. So we should be approaching the final battle. Buster Max. I forgot you could destroy those wings. I don't know if there's any benefit, but the only way you're really doing it is either with some good cards or Buster Max. Oh, I forgot you can have wood element. Yeah, this is a rough boss fight for me just because of the fact that Terracondra counts as wood elemental. To be honest, the tribe that gets the short end of the stick in this game is... Oh, did it wear off? Here, as it could wear off.
Drive on! Zerker!
Does Buster Max have a limit, or is it because I got knocked out of the form? I wonder. Final rematch. Hey, he didn't want them to come back. He just wanted to know why they were destroyed. Sound like Vegeta. Well, I guess that's a rematch we don't need. Once you go up those stairs, final battle time. Yeah, it really makes sure that you save. Yeah, these last ones, the timers are going to get really short. on, she's just a human. What the fuck was Geo gonna do? Li Mu, the god of all the Yemways. I think it's just a very advanced TM generation machine. So you decided to instead make everyone suffer and inflict pain on everyone. Yeah, except you're just inflicting the same pain that was inflicted on you onto everyone else. Yeah, fuck that. We defeated Andromeda, but we'll beat this too. Last battle. Ride on. Welcome to the battle against Lee Mew.
Double try! Saurian!
So first things first, before we can even deal damage, we have to break the barrier over the core. Watch out for the new soldiers, because depending on the color, they will have different elements. So just make sure just keep an eye out and avoid the ones that are super effective against your tribe. That the barrier is gone and we can actually deal some solid damage. That might actually drop. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm annoyed by that, because that was an attack I did not need to get hit by. Yeah. Oh. The Mew is actually fairly hard. But most because that opening phase.
Megaman, Starforce 2! Zerker, Saurian!
Most. Let's try this again. One thing I'm actually gonna do differently, while I'm running up to it, let's get rid of the mummy hand card. could skip all the cutscenes again. Yeah, Lemieux's one of the rougher fights just because of the fact that Lemieux has 2000 HP. There's the whole invincibility phase here, where essentially he can just keep attacking you. Meteor Surf. And my Buster's back to normal.
Double Tribe! Saurian! Tribe King!
Fuck! Even with Tribe King, I didn't really have anything to heal up.
Megaman Starforce 2, Zerker Saurian.
Drive on! Zerker!
And I'm locked out of Tribe King this go. Put on the barrier just so I have some extra defense. I thought I blocked that. Oh, fuck. I threw up the shield too early is what I think I did.
Megaman Starforce 2, Zerker Saurian.
I also didn't help that I forgot to switch my weapon. It's like Alpha all over again. It's just the one boss in the like in all the games that gives me trouble, and the others don't. It's about to switch phases. I can tell because it's not reacting to my buster anymore. Thankfully, it's easier to keep track of this boss compared to, say, Andromeda. Just because it's not dipping underneath the arena. It's only jumping between spots.
Double Tribe Ninja. Elemental Blade.
Oh, fuck. Even with a barrier and all that, I still took a lot of damage from that. Tribe King, if I get this hit with one of these attacks, I win.
Tribe King.
didn't even need the booster Triad King, but God, was it satisfying to have. Sorry, dog. It's me. Rat dog. Love him. You killed the god. You sore loser bitch. He's just leaving him here. Come the fuck on, Hollow. Altier. So instead, now you're just set to destroy the world. The hollow copy. Yeah, this is not a healthy way to cope with loss. I agree with the Megasense on this one. Just like a fever dream. Yep, we got more work to do. And he's exploding again. I don't believe there's anything that could attack me. But God, that would be really like massive asshole move. Especially because like I barely script by beating Remew. Carrying it all over the world. I'd like to point out that charge shot sound effect was the same one as Mega Man X. Thing fell. Among the Stars 2. Of course, the object that fell was the out-of-place artifact. And that brings the main story of Starforce 2 to a close. So, my overall thoughts on Starforce 2's main story. I think... Okay, I've been very vocal. I prefer the dungeon layouts of Starforce 1. I honestly prefer the dungeons being their own comp spaces compared to just normal maps. Also, I do like the artwork of, like, the ancient style, like, art of Megaman going through the various adventures here. But, in terms of the bosses, honestly, Dark Phantom is the highlight of the new villains. Hyde is a fun character throughout. You'll love to hate him from beginning to end. A lot of this game is rematches, though. There are 3 rematches over the main story, because we rematch Taurus Flame, Queen Ophiuca, and Harp Note. And then even with the, not the post-game bosses, but the side bosses you fight, there's a rematch with Cancer Bubble, and there's another rematch boss, which is Gemini Thunder. That is 5 bosses from the first game, 3 of which are main story. In terms of the new bosses, in all honesty, I said the main highlight is Dark Phantom. The tribe forms, above all, much better than the Starforce. Leagues better, mostly because of the fact they give you the item that lets you start as a tribe, as your tribe, instead of having to worry about your cards. Because the Starforce card, especially when you had a full deck, you had a full deck of the three main story brothers, the 3 real brothers, so that's 6 extra cards in your deck. On top of the base 30, you had to dig through 36 cards to find it. Yes, if you want to use double tribe, or you lose your tribe, or even tribe king, you need to dig through your deck, but that's not nearly as bad. You still have access to the main gimmick of your game. There's not much to say about the combat, because it is just Starforce 1's combat, with just the changes to the tribe system that come with the tribe system. The link power and the ability system, honestly, I like it. My only issue with the link power and ability system is more to do with the original release, not so much with this, because you have an easier time making brother bands, because, oh, granted, you still have to find people actually playing, which a lot of people were playing Starforce 3, but still, it's easier to form brother bands than it was in the DS era. That's my only issue with the ability power. I mean, the abilities being tied to link power. It's easier, well, it's better in Starforce 3, because Starforce 3 has a whole lot more opportunities for link power, because they removed the cap on the amount of brother bands you can form with AI. You get, like, I think, like, 20 brother bands with just, like, random NPCs. Some of them are, like, the characters you meet during the main story. Others are just random fucking people. On top of the brother bands you get with other with other players. I think if I remember correctly, I have 6 or 5 already saved. And I'm really looking forward to Starforce 3 for that. But we do still have the post-game for Starforce 2, which, honestly, Starforce 2 is probably my favorite post-game out of the 3. Starforce 3's isn't that bad. Like, Starforce 3's is actually pretty good. Starforce 2's is pretty good. And Starforce 1's is... I'll be honest, Starforce 1's is really bad. It's the weakest part of the weakest Starforce post-game, because it's just a rematch with the satellite and getting their mega card. Here, there's like an actual post-game story. Same as Starforce 3, and I like that more. there's actually new bosses that are only available in post-game. Which is more, it's just something we got in Mega Man Battle Network, but it was more, the Battle Network 6 was a rematch with Side Beast Mega Man and a rematch with Bass. To keep the promise we made. Sure, buddy, sure. Oh shit, he's going big. With that, that brings the main story to a close. But we're not done yet.
Megaman Starforce 2, Zerker Saurian.
Okay, the only badge we got right now is badge for the blue hero for saving the world from you. So first things first, pulse out, and you're gonna get some mail. That'll be our next stream. Especially because the post-game, well, we can't complete our collection of cards until we go into post-game areas. Also, now that you're in post-game, a lot of the rematches have opened up. A lot of the rematches with bosses in Starforce 2 are not available until you beat the game. Here we go. If you want to have the rematch to the bosses, I'm just putting up the list of where they all are and which ones are now available. The Ghost of the Wave world will now appear at the following points. Dark Phantom will now appear at the IFL Tower, 2nd floor. This is where we fought him before. Yeti Blizzard, same exact spot we fought him before. Rogue now appears in Mew, but only after you clear the story. Same with Dark Phantom. Beastier Surf we already saw. Terra Condor, same spot on Bazop. Hollow is in the Bermuda Maze, center area with the warp to Vegas hideout, but only after you clear the story. Taurus Fire, we've already seen in Fruitopia. Queen of Yucca has been in the movie theater. And then in the Wazop Skywave is going to be Harp Note, but only after you clear the main story. So of the bosses, 4 of them are only available in post-game. And then afterwards, I believe for the EX cards, it's the same deal as before. But for now, I'm going to go crash, and next time we will be starting post-game for Starforce 2.